A man was horrified to discover that the hotel he was staying at seemed to shrink a little bit each night. To verify his suspicion, he hung a rope between two walls. After one night, the once taut rope had sagged. Even more terrifying was the fact that the hotel appeared to have no exit. The people in the hotel had been staying there for decades without ever leaving. If the hotel continued to shrink sooner or later, they would all be crushed to death and buried within its walls. Strangely, no one else seemed to care about this life-threatening matter except for him. The chefs even banded together to throw him out of the kitchen. As it turned out, the man was a traveling magician. He had a performance scheduled in the city the next day, so he had found a nearby hotel to stay in for the night. However, when he tried to leave the hotel the following morning, he couldn't find the exit no matter how hard he looked. The stairwell he had used to go upstairs the day before had somehow turned into a wall. While he was puzzling over this, the pipes above his head suddenly started to shake violently, and then the walls began to tremble as well. The man pressed his ear against the wall and listened carefully, and to his surprise, he heard the sound of a heartbeat. At that moment, the lights in the corridor started to flicker, and small doors opened up along the base of the walls. Without warning, a strange band emerged from the doors and started playing an eerie tune as they approached the man. Faced with these bizarre occurrences, the man was at a loss. He quickly grabbed his luggage and turned to leave, but the band kept advancing towards him. Left with no choice, he ducked into a room, only to accidentally barge into the room of two elderly ladies. The next second, he passed out on the floor. When he woke up again, the kind old ladies helped him to the stairwell, only to find that it was still blocked by a wall. The ladies told him that they hadn't been out in a long time and had no idea what was going on. As he searched for an exit on his own, the lights flickered again, and before he knew it, a group of little brats had snatched his luggage away. Before he could even react, several food service workers rushed in. Because he was wearing a black uniform, the manager mistook the man for a service worker and forced him to come to the kitchen to work. The situation in the kitchen was even more bizarre. Although the dishes appeared to be varied and abundant, they were all actually made from various types of eggs. As the man stood there, not knowing what to do, he was forcibly dressed in an apron and started working in the kitchen. However, his arrival seemed to have aroused jealousy among the other workers.
Most people have worked for years to get a job like yours. Your swipe took just minutes after you set foot into the kitchen.
The man hurriedly explained that he was just passing through, but his colleagues suddenly lowered their heads and focused on their work, as if they had seen something terrifying. When the man turned to look, he saw the head chef standing to the side, staring at them with a stern expression. That night, the man went to the bathroom. Unexpectedly, the door lock suddenly started spinning wildly.
There's not much time.
Just as the man was feeling confused, the vent below the door was pushed open, and the next second,